Alright, so what's up guys? We're going to be looking at some pretty interesting information here, and we haven't actually talked about this before because it's about Infinite Warfare multiplayer leaked information, kill streaks, game modes, maps, a lot of insane stuff coming for Infinite Warfare. And again, this is the same leak that I covered within a different video talking about Infinite Warfare zombies and basically a ton of stuff regarding that with the creative class system within zombies. If you want to check that video out, that video will be in the description or it's just on my channel. You guys know the drill there. But you know, multiplayer is something we haven't really talked about. Multiplayer information for Infinite Warfare in general, it hasn't been something that we've been seeing at all with really anywhere. You know, like we haven't seen a lot of leaks regarding it. We haven't seen anyone really been talking about it because it's really just up in the air as to what it's going to be like. We're going to see multiplayer gameplay for Infinite Warfare within a month or so, a little over a month, so obviously we're getting that very soon, but we haven't seen any leaks, anything really predicting or speculating or giving any information or evidence as to if this is going to happen, what it's going to be like, or what Infinite Warfare multiplayer is just going to be at all. Like, we don't have the slightest bit of information besides that it's going to be similar to Black Ops 3 movement. Other than that, that's it. So again, this leak, it gives us a lot of information, really a ton of information. We're gonna go through the article, the link is in the description, but then we're also actually gonna go through a bunch of stuff, a bunch of actually pieces of code from the game. And that's like sort of the part that gives me this feeling like, okay, maybe this is actually real, because if you got all of those different things from the code and I can list it out, I'm going to read you guys that. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. So you're going to see that within this video as well. But first, I'm going to go through the actual article and talk about the different sort of things, the specialist characters, a lot of insane stuff, kill streaks that he was talking about within here. And then I'm going to go through and list every piece of information for Infinite Warfare multiplayer. So many specifics, every single attachment, weapon, map, all that insane stuff will be talked about within this video. So again, if you're hyped for that, if you can support the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. If we can go for 200 likes for Infinite Warfare multiplayer, that would be insane. Again, take this with a grain of salt, but you're gonna hear a ton of information within this video, so I don't know, man. It's pretty interesting. We'll talk about how legitimate it is. You guys are gonna hear the information. I guess you can judge for yourself as well. But you know, it's very interesting. So let's just get started here with the Infinite Warfare multiplayer information. So here's what it says, at least in the multiplayer part of this. Obviously it has a zombies part at the beginning. So here's the multiplayer part. The next text file is associated to regular in-game multiplayer. We have the standard game modes such as Domination, Team Deathmatch, and Search and Destroy. There are also some new game modes such as Siege, Bounty, Configuration, and he says that's Bounty, just like a Bounty game mode, SOTF, which is Survival of the Fittest, possibly like Hunger Games. It's also actually apparently a game mode within the PC game Arc, so that's pretty interesting. We're also seeing some game modes return, such as OIC, which is one in the Chamber, which was last seen obviously within Black Ops 2. You have Blitz from Ghost obviously returning, Search and Destroy from Ghost as well, and Team Defender, okay? So we also have some camos within the last camo, or with that being the last camo, having a gold camo as like the final thing, which is interesting because instead of having diamond like we've seen for the past couple of CODs, it's finally going to be like the end-all be-all gold. So I don't know if they're doing that for nostalgia purposes or if that's just like a new thing they're doing. I do like the fact that gold is really like the highest camo, so if this is real, that's definitely a really cool thing as well. And he also says possibly creating your own camos, but I think it's sort of a given that we're going to create our own camos. At this point, it seems as if we've been creating our camos for a while now, especially with Black Ops 3 was the new thing with the actual weapon camo, so it looks like that's going to be possible. So we'll see though. That's obviously up in the air, but I just, like I said, I do think it's possible. So again, for Black Ops 3 movement, it confirms something with wall running. So again, wall running was in Black Ops 3. We already have it confirmed that Infinite Warfare multiplayer will have the same sort of movement as Black Ops 3. So wall running in there, just it makes sense. And there's also some sort of kill to a wall runner as well, so maybe there's something challenges as to kill people when they're wall running, different stuff like that. So again, maybe it's like there are perks and advantages to wall running, and there are also disadvantages to wall running as well. So that's pretty interesting as well. So it's not actually sort of advocating to actually go wall run. So sometimes you can wall run in a good situation, sometimes it's bad to wall run, you know. So pretty interesting there. Now I think these are the actual Infinite Warfare versions of Black Ops 3 tracked specialist characters, and these are actually known as archetypes. And so you have the different archetypes here. You have a couple there. You have the Assault, the heavy, the scout, the engineer, the sniper, the medic, and the reaper, all different archetypes within the actual game. So that's obviously basically the specialist variation, but a bit more specific on what they actually do. Obviously, like the specialists within Black Ops 3, they have different abilities. You can understand sort of which one is a heavy one and the medic one and stuff like that, but this is more specified. Like, okay, this is for sniping, this is for assault, heavy, scout, medic. Like it has more of a specific sort of standard to it. So again, that's pretty cool as well. Their own version of specialist characters, so that's fine, you know. I sort of would expect that anyway. Moving through, you know, you have kill streaks, again, familiar ones such as the UAV, the care package, the counter UAV, and the orbital development, which is the VSAT version of this game. But you also have some unfamiliar ones as well, and those are known as Thor, Jackal, Mini Jackal, Spider-Bot, and Venom. And again, Mini Jackal and Jackal, obviously we saw those within the actual space mission for Infinite Warfare. The Jackal was like sort of the space fighter jet thing that you were flying around space and moving around. That was like the controllable one. So again, having a Jackal and Mini Jackal within the actual multiplayer, it makes sense, you know. It relates back to campaign, it relates back to the storyline of the game, so it does make sense for them to actually have that. So I do think that's going to be interesting. I don't know exactly what it would be. I guess maybe a Jackal that just shoots down, just like sort of like a VTOL variant, or maybe like a warship variant, whatever it is. Mini Jackals make a lower version, the Jackal's a high version. I'm guessing it's that, but you're not so sure. You never know. Also, it says here that the tactical nuke is returning. It doesn't say if it's like the ending of it all, the tactical nuke that just ends the game like we did in MW2, or if it's just a nuke that is just here, sort of like the Chem Strike and sort of like the Moab from MW3 and different stuff like that, where it doesn't end the game, but it kills all the players once you get to a certain round, so, or once you get to a certain kill streak. So again, we don't really know. It doesn't say here, but apparently the tactical nuke is returning. I don't know. We'll see. And now, this talks about the kill streaks. So we have different specialists here, and the specialists, not like the specialist characters, but like the specialist slot. So if you guys didn't know from MW3, you had assault, specialist, and support streaks, and those apparently are going to be returning within this game. Some of these specialists are as follow: Hardline, EMP Immune, Scavenger, Quieter, and it resembles MW3. There are probably a lot more. And again, I'm going to go through every single bit of information that we see within this, more really detailed and just straight from the code apparently. So that's going to be interesting as well. But now let's talk about multiplayer maps, okay? So some of the multiplayer maps here, apparently you have from past Call of Duty titles. I'm gonna go through different stuff from the titles, like the brand new maps as well, but these are the stuff that were apparently returning. So you have Quarry from MW2 returning, Fallen from Modern Warfare 3 returning, Riot from Advanced Warfare returning, and you also have maps, new maps, such as Frontier, Metropolis, Proto, Divide, and Rivet. Okay, so again, we'll go through in depth with that in a second. And again, the last one here, we have some equipment: the disc marker, the case bomb, the throwing knife, smoke wall, and there's a ton of prototype weapons as well, such as the split grenade, the virus grenade, and the splash grenade. And definitely within the campaign gameplay that we saw, like Black Sky and all that insane stuff, they were using some really interesting lethals and tacticals, and they didn't really seem familiar. You know, they seemed like they were all brand new, just new stuff. So again, maybe those were actually used within the campaign gameplay, and maybe a lot of those are just completely different to what we've seen before, or maybe they're just variations, different wording to what we already see now. You never know. It's probably a mix and mix, half and half of both, really. So that's really that. But again, here's the interesting information here. I'm gonna read through you guys. This is gonna be insane. I'm gonna read you guys every single bit of information that we actually found within the code here for the Infinite Warfare multiplayer leaked information. A lot of stuff. So get ready, guys. This is gonna be a lot. Let's get started. So we're gonna start up here. We have, you know, credit, all this insane stuff, blah blah blah. We have attachments. You have ACOG, Akimbo, Ammo XPLO. He's not so sure what that is. Barrel board, barrel range, increased barrel range. CPU, ELO sight, fast aim, which is faster ADS. Fire type auto, which is select fire. FMJ, increased bullet penetration. Grip, reduced recoil. High cal, high aim, or it's hip aim. Okay, it's not high aim, hip aim, steady aim, and then hybrid sights. You have Mistral procs, O-scope, overclock, phase, and he's not so sure what those are as well. So again, those are interesting. Reflex, we know what reflex is. Rate of fire, ROF, we know that obviously. The shotgun attachments, like a shotgun side attachment. You have shotgun procs or something. Shotgun 1R, again, he doesn't know what that is, maybe a different variation to it. Silencer, which are silencer attachments, obviously. Smart, which is maybe the smart reticle that we were talking about, where like it has like the different, maybe what you saw within the campaign gameplay, where remember he was using the shotgun and it would basically attach to the certain player, sort of similar to like the target finder or something from Black Ops 2 or something. But still, yeah, that's pretty interesting as well. We have stick GL procs, he doesn't know what that is. Stock, which is move faster when aimed down sight, obviously. Thermal, variable zoom, X-Max, extended mags, and X-Mag SE, maybe a variation of extended mags, not so sure. So those are all of the attachments there. Now equipments, we have the C4, Claymore, frag grenade, mortar shell, bouncing Betty, proximity explosive, disc marker, case bomb, Semtex, thermobaric grenade, throwing knife smoke wall, and then the transponder, and you have a blank spot, concussion grenade, EMP grenade, flash grenade, motion sensor, smoke grenade, and then trophy system. So now you have different kill streaks here. You have UAV, directional UAV, laser designator, manned minigun turret, manned grenade launcher turret, manned little bird sniper, remote UAV, remote mortar zoomed, UAV 3D ping. Okay, that's interesting as well. I'm guessing that's sort of like a different variation of UAV where it's basically like a VSAT version, although a directional UAV is basically a VSAT because the VSAT shows your direction. So I'm not so sure what that is. Maybe it's just 3 different variations of a UAV. So that's pretty interesting. Now you have different weapons here. So a lot of weapons. Here we go. Riot Shield, NRG, G18, EMC, Revolver, the ERAD, CRB, possibly crossbow, the Ripper, the UMP45, the FHR, the knife, the fist lethal, fist perk, Reaper blade, AR-57, AKE, M4, ACR. Moving through, we have the FMG, the SDFAR, the KBS, the SHATAC, which is like a new version of the intervention apparently, the sniper I'm guessing, the M8, the M1, the Devastator, the Spaz, the Sonic, the SDF Shoddy, the Mauler, the Melee, the SDF LMG, the Lock-On or something, whatever, the G1 Procs, which is like a grenade launcher proximity weapon type thing, possibly. The charge shot, which is probably some sort of energy-based weapon as well, so that's pretty interesting as well. And now you have some prototype weapons here, okay? Alright, so some of the prototype weapons are the Plasma Auto, the Rocket Plier or something, the Rocket Multi, Throwing Knife C4, Throwing Knife Teleport, Sensor Grenade, Gravity Grenade, Ricochet or something device, ricochet device, whatever, mobile grenade, mobile radar, cluster grenade, player trophy system, gas grenade, blackout grenade, proxy or proximity bomb or something, adrenaline mist, ENG drone, dome shield, throwing knife smoke wall again, copycat grenade, speed strips, sharp ball, I'm guessing that's some sort of lethal, splash grenade, force push, bubble shot, throwing reaper, portal generator, reflex shield, bola spray, mortar mount, sticky mine, trip mine, bow slide, ground pound, thruster, throwing knife, distributor or something, pulse grenade, let's see, throwing knife, siphon, arc grenade, kinetic wave, virus grenade, and obviously we talked about those before, but these are like the different prototype weapons. The Cyber grenade, wrist rocket, power exploding drone, cone flash, black hat, armor up, throwing knife hack, split grenade, implosion grenade, charge mode. Dude, this is so much stuff here, man. It's crazy. Now apparently here are all of the game modes. Okay, you have TDM, free for all, domination, search and destroy, a different variation of TDM, gun game, infected, search and rescue, grind, blitz, cranked, survival of the fittest, free for all, hardpoint, headquarters, horde, kill confirmed, demolition, a different variation here, grind, a different variation of grind maybe, uplink, capture the flag, you have siege, team defender, hardcore TDM, hardcore, a different variation of TDM, hardcore domination, hardcore search and rescue, zombies, aliens, obviously those are different things. I'm not so sure what the aliens things are doing there, but you have MLG variations with TDM, domination, blitz, search and destroy, search and rescue, interesting as well. And you have some of the maps here. Maps would be Frontier, Metropolis, Proto, Quarry, Divide, Desert, Skyway, Parkour, Riot, Fallen, Rivet, and Breakneck. And you have super, I'm guessing super abilities possibly. You have the ability test, the weapon test, the steel dragon, the reaper, armor up, missile auto, penetration railgun, telekiller, amplify, overdrive, rewinder, gravity wave, vision pulse, argon, pro burst or something, pro J burst, Armags, Mega Boost, Martyr Bot, Super Trophy, Automizer, GLR. And then moving here to camos. Camos would be Snow, Brush, Autumn, Ocean, Tan, Red, Caustic, Dark, Green, Net, Trail, Winter, Gold, and then clan tag 1, 2, 3, and different clan camos and stuff like that. And you have different sort of variations of the camos that you can get, obviously. And you have the archetypes, which is obviously like sort of the specialist based thing. You have 3 variations of each, 3 variations of the assault, the heavy, the scout, assassin, engineer, sniper, medic, reaper, and then one that's FTL. And basically 3 variations of all of those, I'm pretty sure. So that's that. Now some of the kill streaks here. You have the UAV, airdrop, drone drop, counter UAV, ball drone backup, sentry shock, orbital development, which is like the VSAT, Thor, precision airstrike, jammer, jackal, mini jackal, nuke, spider bot, directional UAV, the Borderman, remote C8, and venom. And obviously we mentioned the kill streaks before, but these are more of the refined kill streaks. So that's that. And then that is basically it for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare multiplayer. Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. Okay, so this is interesting. This is interesting. It's a lot of information. Okay, to say the least, it's a lot of information. I told you guys, I warned you guys, it's a lot of stuff to take in. But think about this. If this wasn't real, I wasted a lot of time. I just wasted a lot of time, man. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Like you guys heard a ton of information. Again, the link is in the description, obviously. But like, I don't know, man. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible, you know? The fact that we went through all of the information within potentially the code, just the different code names of all that stuff, it's unreal. It's unreal, man. So, seriously, let me know what you guys think about this. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you're hyped for Infinite Warfare multiplayer, if you found this information interesting and it gives you some sort of idea of what we're going to see and the amount of weapons in this game, the amount of features within this game, and again, take this with a grain of salt because, again, it could actually be fake. You never know. It definitely could be fake, but at the same rate, I do think it's potentially going to be real. So, let me know what you guys think about this information. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the video. And if you can leave a like, please, that'll be great. If you're watching at the end of this video, dude, oh my god, this is a long freaking video. So if you're watching right now, thank you so much for watching. I mean, if you can comment below IWM for IW multiplayer, I really want to respond to your comment, man, because if you're watching right now, really thank you so much for watching this whole video. Really is insane that you would do that. And yeah, Infinite Warfare multiplayer, guys, in 1 month. That's it. Get hyped, guys. Get ready. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.